Welcome everyone, thanks for coming by. Today I'm gonna show you how to cut and cook a whole chicken. So I'm gonna cut this entire chicken up. We're gonna end up with breasts, tenders, legs, and thighs. This is your thigh and your leg right here. And we're just gonna separate the skin around that thigh. We're not actually cutting into any of the meat. You're just gonna separate the skin so that you can kind of maneuver this thigh more. So you're gonna cut around the skin where there's an open part and you get your hand in there. So as you get your hand in there, you're gonna get your fingers all the way down to the joint in the bird, and you're gonna essentially dislocate this bird's hip. You just pop it open like that. Put your thumb on the back side of it and press, and it'll separate really easily. So once that bone is dislodged from the joint, you're just gonna take your knife and you're gonna run it right along the edge of the bird. Super simple. And you've got a whole leg and thigh off the bird. We'll do that one more time so we can have another look at it. So you'll separate the skin, that way you can make some room. Get your hand all the way down in there to the joint, and then you're just gonna pop it out. Boom. Then you'll run your knife right along the bird's spine and across the thigh, and then you've got a second leg and thigh. The breasts are the easiest to attack next. So we'll separate a little more skin. You can just make small incisions in the skin up at the top of the bird, and it buys you some space to work with. And we'll take this wing off as well, just because it makes it easier to approach the breast. So you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna grab this bird by the wing, and you're just gonna dislocate that joint. You'll be able to feel it pop out. If you don't feel it pop out, probably not ready yet. Then you just run your knife through there, and boom, your wing is off. So we'll do that one more time. So as you go to the breast, there's gonna be a hole right above the joint where your wing was that you can stick your thumb in. And then there's a natural line in this chicken breast that'll show you exactly how to cut it. And so you're gonna start in that hole where you fit your thumb before, and you're gonna cut down towards the spine of the bird. Once you get close to the spine, that spine is gonna guide you down the rest of that breast. It'll almost tear apart from the actual bird. The skin is gonna be the toughest part on that bird to separate. That breast will separate really simply from the spine, and there's a natural line in there that you can follow. So if you can feel the spine in the bird, just run your knife right along the inside edge of the spine. And so then after that, you're gonna go to the smaller end of your chicken breast, and you're gonna do the exact same thing in the opposite direction. You're gonna run that knife right along the edge, and it'll very easily come off. So the last thing on these birds are the chicken tenders. They lay inside of the breast underneath. That's why they're called the tenders. The muscles aren't used very often, so the meat stays nice and tender. So you'll run your knife again right along the spine of the bird so that it creates a pocket, and then that tender will actually just pull right out. You can basically rip it out and it's whole and intact. In probably about less than 10 minutes, you have a whole bird cut up. So you've got 2 tenders, 2 breasts, wings and legs, and thighs.